Hey guys, Eric Lima here. You're watching the episode, another episode of TPL, episode 574. I'm your host here, and we're gonna have some fun today. Let's talk about a little bit of SmackDown. SmackDown kicked off with Dean Ambrose and decided to talk to Dolph Ziggler, call him out, and Dolph Ziggler felt that he deserves a shot at the title. Dean Ambrose doesn't believe so, and afterwards he got brutally attacked by Bray Wyatt. Wyatt challenged him for his spot for the number one contendership. And Dolph Ziggler felt like he's been slighted by everybody and decided, well, make the match happen. Shane McMahon says, you got it. And then they try to convince him to drop the stipulation, but he won't do it. He says, screw you, and walk away. And Randy Orton was fighting, and I forgot who he was fighting against Fandango. And during the match, Brock Lesnar showed up and F5 Orton, despite the fact that security tried to stop him. I think security's too scared to even put their hands on Brock because they know Brock can break their backs, break their arms, and break every bone in their bodies if they could. He ended up going, and looks like after Orton's RKO out of nowhere on Raw yesterday, it was an F5. So it's very interesting. They had a new segment, SmackDown Live segment, where Renee Young sit down and talk to, and she was talking to Carmella. Natalya interrupted. Carmella says, "All we have at it in the ring." Carmella comes out to make her debut, and all of a sudden, she got blindsided by Natalya. Another women's match was supposed to happen, but didn't. Don't know why. Eva Marie versus Becky Lynch, the Battle of Redheads, and Eva Marie decided to a leg cramp or something like that. I don't know what's going on. Women's matches didn't actually happen. It was kind of really. We should need some decent women's matches. Rumor has Victoria may be coming back, and rumor has Melina may be coming back. I'm hoping those two ladies come back and really give Eva Marie what for. And Natalya's going to need, I know she follows me on Twitter, but Natty's going to need a challenge as well. And I think attacking Carmella could be a big mistake on Natalya's part. Carmella's from New York, so New York people are very tough. So I wouldn't underestimate Miss Carmella if I were you. And don't forget Alexa Bliss and Naomi are waiting in the wings as well. In the women's division, we'll see what happens there. Who knows for sure? Jockeying for position, and plus they need a women's title and a tag team title. Speaking of tag teams, American Alpha defeated the Vaudevillains in their debut match. You gotta like American Alpha. And JBL brought it up that they were comparing, and he wants to compare them with the Steiner brothers when they first came on the scene. You know something, JBL? I have to agree with you there. I always see a lot of Haas and Benjamin in those two, but the Steiner brothers, I can see that. I can see that comparison. I can see that. Scott Steiner's pretty good with the suplexes and all, but whatnot. Triple threat match to decide the number one contender for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. Apollo Crews versus Kalisto versus Baron Corbin. Corbin was dominant in that matchup, but in the end, Apollo Crews. Now I want to take you back to a tweet that I did. I did a tweet. I predicted when Apollo Crews made his debut on April 8th, the day after WrestleMania, I said that Apollo Crews by SummerSlam will be the Intercontinental Champion. He's got a shot at the Intercontinental title against The Miz at SummerSlam. Could my prediction come true? If it does, remember, I called it. Don't believe me? I'll give you the link on my Twitter. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm fun. So it's pretty good. Dolph Ziggler and Bray Wyatt had their matchup. In the end, Dolph won the match. Still going. So the SummerSlam match. I forgot. AJ Styles and John Cena had a verbal confrontation. AJ Styles issued a challenge to Cena at SummerSlam, and let's see. And it's Doc Stalker sucks. Oh, here we go. That's why. Everybody, that's called the man who exposes the bad and obscure. Used to like Doc Stalkers, and then, worst games. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's an underrated game. Underrated fighting game. Doc Stalkers. I have to agree. So I have to agree with the humorous LOL. You know. So who knows for sure what's going on? Uh, yeah, it's weird. Anyways, uh, all right. Yeah. So one of my I'm off on track. Sorry. This new phone's pretty funny. Yeah. AJ Styles and John Cena. AJ issued a challenge. Cena accepted. So there are three other matches. I mean, two other matches added to the SummerSlam card. Already. Let's go down the list. You can see Lesnar and Orton going at it. Universal title on the line. Balor and Rollins will go at it. You see the women's title rematch. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. 3 matches so far. Add the WWE World Heavyweight title match between Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose. That's gonna be a heck of a matchup. Ambrose defending the title. Fifth match, the Intercontinental title be on the line. The Miz defends against Apollo Crews. I say Apollo Crews comes out the winner in this matchup. And then AJ Styles versus John Cena. That is going to be another matchup for sure. And I'm predicting also add the tag team titles. New Day versus Gallows and Anderson will be on the card for sure. And if Gallows and Anderson took out Big E, and if Big E does not come back by SummerSlam, I think Gallows and Anderson may end up winning the belts because you don't have the big man with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. They'll not have the belts as the twosome. So I think Gallows and Anderson may end up playing a smart move on their part. So we don't know for sure what's going on. And yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I read another YouTube comment about Doc Stalkers, the game room, a classic game room on the channel I follow. I said I had to respectfully disagree with the man with the Obscure and everything else. Was upset. He was crying and whining about Dark Stalker sucks. Why you say this? It's the most underrated fighting game ever. I try to be calm and respectful and say, hey, but everybody else is getting on to the poor guy's case, but that's all right. I said my piece. So I always consider Dark Stalker the most underrated fighting game series ever because the way it's been done, the way it's beautifully done, and everything else. However, all right, that is the SmackDown review that I have, and also, I want to tell a funny story in wrestling. A wrestling funny story. When I was back in 1998, I was still working at Ruby Tuesday at the time. By the time I have my own room here, I've been watching wrestling full time ever since I got TV with cable. Since 1991, I've been watching wrestling on and off, whenever I get a chance to. And but I usually hear from friends and talk to people, reading wrestling magazines and all. That's how I got the date in wrestling. Started watching it full time in '98. I've been a fan of it since '91. I was big into The Rock, and so back in the early '90s when Beverly Hills 90210 was such a thing, I used to grow my sideburns to impress my crush Paulette at that time. But since that didn't happen, shaved the sideburns off, didn't work, no big deal. All right, move on. '98 comes around, and The Rock. I was big into The Rock, and he starts growing the sideburns. So I decided, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grow my sideburns as long as The Rock, right? So I grew these sideburns like long chops. And then Halloween and October came around and said, hey, wait a minute. I know who to be for Halloween. And I looked at my out uniform. I wore a black t-shirt, black pants, and I went, perfect. So the only accessory I needed was a pair of sunglasses like he likes to wear, and the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship belt at the time. He had that little purple belt with the Attitude Era, so I had that. So I decided, well, I'll be The Rock. So I'm being The Rock, and decided, well, so one day I've been asked to do the boxes and trash. I said, no problem, I'll get that done. Got the boxes and trash done, and I accidentally did not put like some kind of cardboard to wedge between the door and the walk that way because that's the only way I could back out. So it's like I felt like, oh great, okay, I'll go around to the front. Went around to the front. Some little kid walks by. He looks at me. He goes, "Are you Hulk Hogan?" Boy, oh boy, and I'm like, no, I'm The Rock. I could have done the Rock promo right there, but I've yet to know how to impersonate him a little, do impression of him a little bit. So I've yet to master that. I didn't want to do it in front of the kid and then get in trouble for it and everything else. So went back inside, and then I told some, hey, one kid thought I was Hulk Hogan, and when I told him I'm on The Rock, So I thought it was pretty funny story. So that's my funny story today. I had a lot of fun with it. Just you don't know. So that's all the time we have on the show, as you know. Use your head, don't do stupid things, and remember, coolness is the essence of happy person. I'll see you next episode of 575. Remember, the feast starts tomorrow, and I went by there. I don't see anything set up. I don't know what's up. I don't see any rides. What's going on? I don't know. So just hopefully I see everybody there at the feast if I go, and if I don't, I don't. Well, you never know what's going to happen. Life does not suck. So, guys, have a great day, and just be cool. All right, literally. I mean, be cool. Get one of these. Get one of these. Can I get one of these? Goodness sakes, man. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay, there we go. All right. Have a good day. Bye.